we have a lot of interest in the last years. It's really been building for a while now in mindfulness and in meditation in the West, and in the intersection of science and really Eastern wisdom, actually. The whole history of practices that we think of as having come from and originated from the East. And there are all sorts of stories as to how something that happened 2,000 years ago or 3,000 or more evolved, and those, I'm sure many of them have a lot of merit as historical truths, but at the end of the day, we don't really know everything about where these practices originated, but we do know that they've been really refined exquisitely over the course of years to build an inner world map, so that there's a lot that's known about what is going on inside our bodies, our brains and bodies, which I call our inner world. And the more you can know about how to navigate in there, the more you can make happen in there, and the more in touch you are with really the source of life that is flowing through you. And so that's why these practices are powerful, and that's why people love to do them. And that's why science has found the enormous, if you can say proven, right? It's almost hard to say in science anything's ever proven. But there's so much positive data supporting the value. Sorry about the cars driving by here. I'm hiking to get something. The power, the value of these ways of being internally. And people get hung up on the terms, mindfulness, meditation. And so that's actually part of why I want to talk to you today. Mindfulness is one version of exploring, experiencing the inner world. And mindfulness is present moment awareness, where you're very hyper present and in tune with the environment, which includes your body, right? So your sensations that are arising and what's coming in from the outer world, and what thoughts are flowing through your mind, and the breath that you're taking. So mindfulness is tracking your attention to either all of that at the same time or various specific aspects of it. So you might follow your thoughts, just observe them, or your breath. So that's mindfulness. Meditation takes a whole lot of different forms, and so just to use the word meditation actually says a few things to whoever you're speaking to. It talks to probably that you're doing an inner world focused exercise, but that is not necessarily even always the case. And so what I have done when talking about these terms, and I get asked a lot about this question of, well, what's mindfulness, what's meditation, what's better, how do you do this one, and how do you do that one, and have you tried this one? So what I use instead of the terms mindfulness and meditation typically is mind exercise, because I see that term as a term that really captures the broader essence of what you're doing when you're engaging your inner world. And maybe you're engaging your inner world with a intention of engaging the outer world, or merging with the outer world, becoming even more fused with the outer world. But the term mind exercise for me really works well, because it suggests that we're practicing something just like we would practice an outer world skill to get better at it. And we know what we're trying to get better at, and we have an intention, and we're building that muscle, if you will. And so whatever the specific tools that we use to do that, whether they be mindfulness or different forms of meditation, or a guided meditation, or imagery, or cognitive theory types of ideas, or psychoanalytic theory. I mean, I could go on and on about the different ways that people have developed to navigate around the mind, the inner world. So let's use all of those ways in the best way possible, and the best, most efficient, sequential way possible, right? Let's learn them in the right order and practice them in the right order and master them in the right order. And whatever they are, I will generally be referring to them as mind exercise, because they are exactly that. They're all a form of mind exercise. And, you could probably carve out another category that's not about, that is where we leave achievement, the idea of achieving anything behind. And that's when you might want to remove the label of mind exercise. But it's the process of mind exercise that brings you to the place where you may choose to be ready to not have some future agenda. Okay? Oh, motorcycle, man. So, that's it. Mind exercise. Let's get on with some mind exercise now. Have an incredible day.